Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Curriculum Night 2021. So this is Jing An. I'm the new Chinese teacher at Islander Middle School. I will be teaching both 7th and 8th grade Chinese. And welcome to our class. So for a little bit information about me, I grew up in China. I also earned my first bachelor degree in China, in Nanjing, which is my hometown. Then I moved to Shanghai to go to graduate school in East China Normal University, and I got my first master in language acquisition there. And then I accepted a job in Hot Springs, Arkansas. So I moved to United States and taught 2 years in an IB high school. For 2 years, I taught 2 levels of Chinese, and after that, I moved to Seattle to go to graduate school to further my education. I went to UW, and for 2 years, I got my second master in multicultural education. After that, I got married and accepted a job at Islander Middle School, and I taught 1 year here. And then I had to leave for some personal reasons, but now I'm back at this very special time. And in the middle, you see this little guy is my dog. He will be invited to a lot of our class as well because he understands a lot of Chinese. So I want students to have like a little chance to interact with him. So I want you to meet him as well. What are our goals for this class? The standards that we will be using are the word readiness standards, which emphasize on the 5C aspects: the comparison, communication, cultural, community, and which is the other one? Connections. So the thing that we are going to emphasize in our class is the language communication skills. So we're going to be measuring students' interpersonal, interpretive, and presentational skills in all the modes, in all like speak, write, listen, view, and use media. And also we want to help the students understand different cultural perspectives and how that influence their cultural practice and products, and help them build their critical thinking skills. Our goal for year 2021 is to get to novice high or maybe intermediate low. What does that mean? With novice high, it's like students will use the memorized materials like words, phrases, expressions to communicate and to give and ask for informations, and also give simple directions. For intermediate low, student will start to create with the language. So no longer limited to the memorized part, but student will start to use more sentences and start to create their own communications with others. Still simple communications, but at a different level. So why novice high, intermediate low? Because for students to achieve novice high, intermediate low, this level, it requires about 480 hours of language input and study. So students with 2 trimesters in Chinese 7 and this trimester in Chinese 8, they will still be a little short of that 480 hours because we are doing online learning right now, and the instructional time are limited, and the students, when they are doing their work along in asynchronous learning, they can still get some language input, but it's not as much as in a real classroom. So let's hope that they can achieve intermediate low, at least as some in some aspects, like they can have a much higher level in speaking or much higher level in reading than they have in writing. So we're going to measure all that. The next thing we're going to look at is the topics. We will be using Discovering Chinese Pro, Volume 1 and Volume 2, and we will touch on food, appearance, color, clothing, pet, likes and dislike, hobby, and language ability. So students will expand their topics even before they probably have some skill, have a novice high skill in some topics, but they don't have in the others. So we are going to expand their topics and their vocabularies. So students will have group work and individual work opportunities in the class. Right now, what we are using in class is Nearpod, Flipgrid, Edpuzzle, Zoom, Quizlet, and we are using a lot of choice board for students to choose different tasks that they want to do, and they feel like they can do to share their learning. I want to give an emphasis on the Flipgrid on this app because I want students to record their speaking since we don't have that much time for me to monitor their speaking in class. So I want have a chance for them to do this recording, and also students can comment on each other's recording. So they can both have a presentational and kind of interpersonal and interpretive skills, touch on all these skills in this in these tasks. So the next thing is our grades and expectations. We will do 30% formative assessment, which is classwork, small quizzes, and homework, and 50% summative assessment, which is our major tests and our major projects, and the participation, which is 20%, which is also key because it's probably the only time for students to really speak Chinese if they are not speaking Chinese at home. So I want students to also maximize the use of the target language in class for the same reason. I do accept late work 1 week from the day we finished the unit, and they can do makeup tests. They just need to come to me, do a short reflection on what skills they think they need to work on and how did they work on that. And our expectation is to be responsible, be respectful, be brave, and be safe. So to communicate with me, it's very simple. You can check on Skyward and Schoology. Also use the document Week at a Glance. You will be able to see what are expected from the students for each week. And also email me or arrange a Zoom meeting. Just let's keep the communication going. Following this presentation, I want you to, if you feel like it, you can take the Google form or you can email me. Tell me that how have you got the information you need, or do you have any questions or concerns? So let me know if you have any question or concerns, or if you have anything that you think I should know. So let's have a great school year together. Thank you. Bye.